Hey everybody, Professor Mike here, Black Belt Sentosa Martial Arts. I'm here with one of my students, Chris Cowden, and today we are going to go over how to deal with a triangle. Obviously, the best way to deal with the triangle is not to get caught, but we got to remember there's a lot of warning signs with a triangle, right? So for all purposes right now, we're going to start our triangle with an underpass, okay? We made a mistake, we left this arm in, we went for the pass. Now, the first thing, when your opponent brings his legs over your shoulder, that should be a warning sign a triangle is coming. So the first thing we can do is, if we do not want to go into stack mode right away and we just want to be conservative, is if I make a mistake, up here he comes, I follow it immediately. And I get my knees under his hips right away. It's called shimmying the hip. 2, I can then grab the knee and start protecting myself immediately, because then I can start pulling the knee down with my elbow, driving right here on the stomach, and I can pop my head back and then start going into the pass. And/or I just stay in his high guard and we just escape. But that should be basic, you know? Go with it. Shim the hip, knees under the butt cheek right away, then go for a stack pass. Now, what we're going to do, though, is what do we do when we are in the triangle, you know? And what are some ways we can get out of it other than maybe stacking? So we're going to get Chris already into that triangle. He's got it nice and tight. So the first thing, it's locked. I'm going to try to drive my elbow in the stomach and get my knees under his hip a little bit to start shimming. 2, I'm going to come here at the knee. I can grab my wrist, or I can double up palm on palm. Elbow on the belly. So if I start driving the elbow down and pulling down, I might get lucky and break it. Now, if not, it softens it a little bit. I have to be careful not to leave that arm dangling. He can go into an arm lock, omoplata, different things. So I have to make sure that elbow is in tight, and I'm doing a fairly good job keeping this knee down a little bit. Now, relax. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this leg. So if he's choking me on this side, I'm going to go to this side. I'm going to stand up a little bit on this leg the best I can. I might have to windshield wiper it a little bit to the side of my other leg, but my goal here is to create a little space to the side of his hip, where then I can drive my knee to the side there. If I can get on his ribs, great. If I can get on his belly, great. My goal here then is to start driving my knee down as I'm winding my head up to try to create enough tension to where I can break that triangle, right? And hey, someone good might be able to go into a sweep, might be able to do something, but if we're caught in that triangle and we're starting to feel it, you know, we don't have a lot of time. So he's in the triangle, nice and deep, boom. I'm practicing, I'm doing everything, it's not working. Now, when I'm ready, I'm gonna step up. 1, windshield wiper my leg out. 2, get on both feet. If I have to, I'll step a little bit towards the hip to where I can get my knee right around that side. Now what I'm gonna do is hop over a little bit and start driving that knee down as I pull this down and I pop my head up. Now from here, I can start falling right back in to a nice footlock position, or we can go into some type of guard pass, right? Just depends what your game is. Personally, I think for now, we'll just go ahead and kind of show that footlock setup. You okay?
Yep.
So we're here, he's got the triangle. I made the mistake of waiting. I do what I can do, I'm pulling down. So I'm gonna windshield wiper out. I'm gonna get on this left foot first. Then I'm gonna step up with this right. I'm gonna start to bring this knee in on the side, start driving the knee, pulling down, head up, break. Now from here, I don't have a lot of time. I'm gonna come here, push this foot out, spin, come to the middle, immediately bring my outside foot to the hip, shoestring the hamstring, compress down. Now from here, we can go into the basic pinch, Achilles lock, or we can start going into some other type of finishes, which we've gone over in other videos. One more time. Triangle's locked. First things first, I'm gonna step on the left windshield wiper out, push down off of him to stand. I'm gonna start driving my knee here, pulling down, head up. Now from here, I'm gonna clear this leg, start spinning my hips around, go right into a footlock position. I wanna hook that as I fall back, so I'm already in it. Everything's nice and tight, hip, hip, knee, knee, hip, and get the tap. So right there, guys, an easy way, well, not easy, but one way to deal with the triangle when it's tight, and then getting into a footlock position from there. Thank you.